It's okay to attack women. What?
I said Alyssa Mercante making jokes about the Trump attempted assassination wasn't funny, and how David here said that he thought it was kind of suspicious and it might have been staged, and that wasn't cool. But he whipped out a book about the WWE and Vince McMahon and said, oh, there's a lot of information about Trump in here and how he's good at understanding an audience and entertaining a crowd. But that's literally anyone in life, let's be honest. Every single political candidate is just trying to convince you to vote for them.
Yeah.
Trump is just extremely good at it. But at the end of the day, every single politician is like this. But instead, he decides to single out Trump, which is just absurd.
There's a book. I had the author on my show. It's called Ringmaster. It's a great book. There is an entire chapter about the relationship between sex creep offenders, some of the shit he's alleged to have done, Vince McMahon, and Donald Trump. Him and Vince McMahon have a close relationship. They talk a lot, and he breaks it down into how Vince McMahon's tactics of building up an audience and staging things and doing kayfabe, which again, look into it, is being, according to the author, replicated as Trump was the president, ran for president, and ran for president again. It's just read a little bit. You've got to do the research, lady. I didn't just pull out some rando book on the WWE. I pulled out a book.
Was sued for allegedly, and so this is an accusation? So she gets sued for something that might have happened? And we're supposed to assume that it happened?
About the fucking thing I was speaking about. And do I think Trump's assassination was staged? I don't know. But I'll make a deal with you. If you think that's beyond the pale and hard to believe, I don't know. Then you guys talking about, hell, going back to Barack Obama not being a citizen. Or you guys talking about kids go.
How about this? The Trump assassination being a fake is a retarded opinion to have. You're so stupid. Thinking Obama wasn't a citizen is a retarded opinion to have. You're so stupid. What's the third one?
Going to school and coming home a different sex.
Right, yeah. So the fact that they're doing transgender surgeries on kids at school without telling their parents, so fucking stupid. It's all retarded. So the argument of, I can't stop being retarded because they can't stop being retarded, that means you're retarded.
To school and comes home a few days later with an operation. The school decides what's going to happen with your child.
Trump should have never said this. This is fucking retarded for him to say this. So stupid for him to say this. Absolutely so stupid, totally unnecessary.
Do you really want to go toe-to-toe with which political party, Vara, offers up a trough of horse shit? Who's got the most horse shit? I mean,
why has it got to be a competition? If it's bad, call it out. Just be honest. Stop playing for a team. Just look at reality.
You're not educated enough. You're not bright enough, Vara, to talk to me or to talk about what I talk about. You're just not.
He also said...
So he really mad about this, huh? He really in his feelings.
Not educated enough. You're not bright enough, Vara, to talk to me or to talk about what I talk about. You're just not.
I don't know. I just don't really see how, because there are people on the other side of the political spectrum that think something stupid. This is like a justification for me to think something stupid. I don't really think that's is this really the high-minded logic that we're really expecting here? Because I feel like there's 5-year-olds that do that. Yeah, I mean, fuck, you try and pull something out of a dog's mouth really hard, the dog's going to bite down on it more because he's like, well, you can't do that, I'm going to get it. So, this is what dog does. I mean, what the fuck?
What?
Was this?
He also said, he's older than me, so he knows more about politics than I do, and that I should, quote, go fuck myself. So I'm one of the grifters he's calling out, even though his definition of a grifter is somebody sitting online, making videos, talking about a game, when he's literally doing the same exact thing. Now,
is that my definition of a grifter?
Well, what is
Where
it?
are you getting that, Vara Dark, from? Again, Vara, I'm going to give you a little bit of an education here. Jaffe's definition of a grifter is literally sitting online talking about games. You don't believe me? Not a problem. Vara Dark here for you with all the facts. Here's where he defined grifter 2 years ago. What's that you say? Grifter? Grifter, huh? Well,
What the fuck?
I suppose that's when you play them video games like the Atari, and you have somebody taking a picture of you and you say, "I'm going to say this about the video." I think that's what that's a grifter. Didn't think we'd find this, did you, Jaffe? But I'm good at my job. I've never defined grifter as that. A grifter is somebody who makes money off people by lying to them. That's what they do. A grifter is not someone who sits in front
So
of
do you think she's lying? Who's lying? Who do you think is lying? Like, yeah. I mean, that's fine. You like, who's lying? Like, what is this?
Cameron talks about video games, Vara Dark. You just don't know how to do this.
If she doesn't know how to do it, that doesn't mean that she's like, that's two different. It's two different things.
Don't know how to do this. You are in that chair,
Yeah.
Vara, because of your hair and your face and your gender. And that's fine, by the way. There's no problem with that. I don't deny anyone making money and building an audience off, the things that they've got. But
it's always funny how the people the most progressive turn out to be the most I think bigoted is not right. Bigoted's too much. The most judgmental. Regressive. Yeah, that's it. And so it's crazy how, like, all you have to do is push a person like this a little bit, and then they immediately turn into something that's worse than you. I think it's interesting to see that happen. It really is. He's crashing out. He is. He's crashing out. Like, David needs to take some time off the internet. I know he probably doesn't mean this, like, and he's just upset. He's in his feelings and pissed off because people are mad at him on the internet. But stop acting like such a bitch. Stop acting like such a bitch and being nasty and getting mad over shit. Yeah, it's a sexist old man. Also, like, I mean, I could understand this happening. Like, this is what's sad about this, is that, like, people have pop-offs like this on the internet a lot. But the difference is that a lot of times it happens on a live stream. But, like, you are not on a live stream and you still can't figure out that you shouldn't upload something like this. Why would you upload and say something like this about somebody? Because also, like, there are plenty of girls that, like, I mean, let's be real. Like, I mean, she's not sitting there showing her titties. It's not like she, like, her having orange hair is getting people to watch the videos. I feel like if you're going that far, you're already off the edge. Yeah, I mean, she's not over-sexualized. She's not doing anything crazy at all. The guy qualifies all his statements, but it's a sexist. It's obviously, like, and there are girls that have a position that is advantageous because of their appearance. This is obvious. Everybody knows this. But to say that that's the reason why she's there or people aren't watching, like, that's just stupid.
Building an audience off face and your gender. You just don't know how to do this. You don't know how to do this. You are in that chair.
I'll be honest, this guy, like, this is what's embarrassing. It's that he wouldn't just say that the Trump assassination was real. Or if you think it's fake, you need to acknowledge that you have no evidence of it being fake. You can still think that, but there's no evidence that it happened. It's like you recorded this, then you uploaded it yourself.
Vara, because of your hair and your face and your gender. And that's fine, by the way. There's no problem with that. I don't deny anyone making money.
It's fine. Now, obviously, like, all of the things that make you, like, you don't owe any of your success to the effort that you've put into it, and it's only because of the way that you look. But that's fine. I'm not judgmental. I'm not being judgmental, but like, you're stupid and you're only popular because of the fact that you're an attractive female. But that's fine. That's okay. It's okay that you, but I'm just saying this is the way it is. Baldy's really on one today, huh?
And building an audience off, you know, the things that they've got.
Yeah.
But let's be clear. So far, my encounters with you online, you are kind of you're a mental lightweight. And that's fine. People have all kinds of...
I kind of like him because he's so obnoxious. It's like the same way you like Frieza, you know, or like Dio. It's like, oh, they're just awful.
Like, you know what I'm bad at, Vera? I'm bad at math, man. If I was in, like, you know, NASA and they were like, oh shit, the space station's gonna explode. Everybody, we can only solve this by looking at the blueprints and the math and the, you know, geometry. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Jaffe, get in here. Within 5 minutes, they'd be like, Jaffe, go get the coffee. It's not for you. That's okay. They're right. Your voice could literally get Putin to back out of the Ukraine. The Ukraine was a boy band from the 80s. Ukraine. You have about as much mental capacity as a spider that I killed in my shower this morning. It's the goddamn truth, Vera.
So what did Putin have to do with this?
It's gonna explode. Everybody, we can only solve this by looking at the blueprints and the math and the, you know, geometry. I don't fucking know. Jaffe, get in here. Within 5 minutes, they'd be like, Jaffe, go get the coffee. It's not for you. That's okay. They're right. Your voice could literally get Putin to back out of the Ukraine.
Is he hitting on her? He's saying her voice is annoying? Oh.
The Ukraine was a boy band from the 80s. Ukraine. You have about as much mental capacity as a spider that I killed in my shower this morning. It's the goddamn truth, Vera.
Somebody replies and it says, this is embarrassing. And he says, not as embarrassing as your take on trans kids. It was not researched. It was cruel and it had no basis in facts. So forgive me if I don't take all your takes that seriously. Who's this person? Look at the fucking thumbnail. God of Cuck Meltdown. Oh my God, look at this. Oh man, yeah, sure. Trans kids, for sure, man. And kids are mentally ill, David. I don't know why he's taking it personally. I have no idea. This is how a 53-year-old man on the internet acts. It's okay to say that women are only successful because of their looks. I can't keep up with the new rules anymore. I thought this was 2024. Well, and it's also like, I mean, Vera doesn't have an OnlyFans. She doesn't post like any sort of weird photos on Instagram. Like, there are girls that are hoes on the internet, but she's not one of them. Like, that's just not what's happening. How would you know? I've researched this. I spend a lot of time on the internet. And so I don't even get that bald embarrassment. I don't know what this is going on, man. Fire's going on. It's really sad. Can't even see her boobs. Yeah. She's not trying to do any weird shit like this. Like, I don't know what's wrong with this guy. I think that he's really having a mental. I think that what this dude needs to do, you need to just get off the fucking internet. Stop making videos about people. Stop arguing with people. Instead of calling them stupid, just attack what they're saying. Like, just listen to what they're saying and then respond to that. Like, this entire video wasn't even about anything that she said. It was about her being stupid. And the argument for her being stupid is the fact that she didn't take an allegation of a lawsuit that, by the way, never amounted to anything seriously, and that he thinks that the Trump assassination could have been fake, and he thinks it probably is fake. He just knows that he can't say that because he's going to reveal that he's a retard if he does. So it's like one of these opinions that, like, you know this is a dumb opinion, but you still have it, but you don't want to, like, you don't want people to know that you have it, but you want people to know that you have it, right? It's like, I can't say, like, let me think of a way to say it. Oh, fuck. Like, you're speaking it into existence, right? I think it's fake human. I don't even know what to say. Yeah, so that's what this came from. Okay, now I understand the context. It's a 4-minute video. I'll watch it.
Thank you for joining me. Today, we will discuss the topic of David Jaffe, a senior veteran of the games industry, publicly attacking a consumer and content creator known as Vara Dark. Please wait until the end of the video so I may offer an apology to David. Recently, David has made statements on his YouTube channel insulting and attacking Vara. The basis
Nothing to do with what she said, by the way.
of David's attack is to denigrate Vara by asserting that her success as a content creator is not attributed to hard work and competence, but instead is owed entirely to her only two values, her attractive looks and gender.
Yes.
This is a strange statement coming from someone who advocates for this modern cultural movement. David's words and
It's because they don't believe in it. They just want to tell other people what to do. It's that simple. Yeah. I bet he could define what a woman is and is degrading her for being a woman. I don't know.
actions echo those of a cultural movement which has core philosophies built around identity supremacy and tearing people down based on their gender and politics. Not uplifting people, tearing people down. Then they claim to be fighting for marginalized groups so they can...
The best way to fight against discrimination is to discriminate. That's right. That's right. If you're racist to enough people, eventually you become unracist. You have to fight fire with fire. Yeah.
Shields and as bulletproof armor. Today I will not be addressing David directly. I will not set out to insult David, my senior in the games industry, and I will explain that in a moment. Today I will not be defending Vara Dark. The reason being is that Vara does not require any assistance in defending herself from a man as small as David Jaffe. Women are not damsels in distress. Their gender has no impact on their ability to defend themselves against people like David Jaffe.
Yeah.
David describes Vara as a mental lightweight. I cannot fault David for this.
David spent 21 hours playing Dragon Age the Veilguard. He didn't know who Solus was. This is the guy. He didn't even know who one of the main antagonists of the game. That's that says enough. That's crazy. You spend 20 hours playing a game. What do you mean? He praised the exploration as he was in a corridor. The exploration in the game is okay. It's not great, it's okay.
In the same way that a dog cannot understand why a human would create a painting or write a book, David is not capable of identifying intelligence or lack thereof. No, I will not defend
Can't identify
Vara
characters
Dark
in the game he's trying to defend
she
either.
is more than intelligent enough
Can't do
and
that.
strong enough to deal with someone like David on her own. Were I in a position to offer Vara advice on the matter, It would simply be that a famous senior veteran of the games industry engaging in playground-level misbehavior is just not worth her time. As game developers and public figures, we must understand and accept the responsibility that we are not just here to produce entertainment media. We must lead by example and show people they can aspire to greatness, that they can work hard to follow their dreams.
And you can, if you work really hard, you can be like David Jaffe. You can be like him if you work really hard.
Most importantly, what it means to be a good person. As developers, as adults, we are not just here for ourselves.
Here's what you should tell yourself. Somebody said this in chat. They said, if this idiot can make a really popular game, maybe I can too. I feel like this has got to be like the biggest motivation for somebody who feels like they don't have it to get into games or to do something creative. Like, if this dumbass could figure it out, why can't you do it?
We are here for everyone. As I mentioned, I will not address David directly. The reason being is that David exhibits the psychological profile of someone who cries very easily, then offloads his trauma by projecting onto his children. For that reason, I will not say anything negative about David and will restrict my language solely to making basic statements of fact. I will avoid addressing David directly, except for this one final statement.
Get help.
My apology to David Jaffe. To David, I sincerely apologize that your parents have failed you this badly, and you turned out this way. Your father should have shown you what it means to be a real man, but based on your recent misconduct, it is apparent he failed you.
Yeah.
I hope that one day, even if it takes a long time, you will figure out how to be an example of a good adult for your own son, so that one day you can show him what it means to be a good man. A man should have no difficulty figuring out what that means by the time he's in his 50s. That is, of course, unless he is a mental lightweight.
Yeah. Yeah. Man. That was good. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. This is really funny. Give it a like. That's really fucking funny. And, I don't understand how somebody, like, I feel like that's my favorite, like, it's actually, like, kind of one of my favorite, like, plot twists. It's when the people that are, like, super modern audience, super progressive, turn out to be super racist and, like, super misogynist, right? It's like, you know, like an M. Night Shyamalan movie where at the end of it, it turns out that all of the good guys are the bad guys. Yeah, every single time. Yeah, it's nuts, man. How does it happen? Every time. It seems that way. It seems like it's happening constantly. But I don't know how. I have no idea. First comments. Vara, thanks for covering the topic. Yeah, David Jaffe couldn't figure out how to get past the wall in Metroid game. Well, I can't make fun of him for that. I think the guy needs to take some time off the fucking internet and just try to relax, man. Like, if you're getting upset and mad about this shit constantly, you really got to seek help.